Oh, man.
Welcome to Croft Manor. What happened here? Oh, wait. Before you start, come here. Don't even spray anything. The butler specifically tells you that he had a really hard time cleaning stuff, but he managed to get one brick clean, and it's right here.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, right down there.
He did what little.
Oh, that's right. Didn't he say he was doing it with like a cloth rag or something? Like he scrubbed it. I imagine it got so dirty after he spent however many hours locked in the freezer.
I think he said he spent 4 hours cleaning that brick.
Did you ever do that when you played this game?
Fucking
Tomb Raider 2?
course you'd lock him in the goddamn... Welcome back to CharacterSelect.
You'd rent that game just to lock that guy in the freezer. I know I did. Like, I would literally rent this game and just fuck around in this level most of the time.
We're doing Croft Manor. We're doing the Tomb Raider stuff, which is based on the PlayStation Tomb Raider, not the modern Tomb Raider. So...
The good Tomb Raider.
Sure.
Wait, I thought the modern ones were supposed to be pretty good.
They are pretty good.
I was being facetious. They are pretty good. But, Tomb Raider 2 has a special place in my heart.
I will say that the modern Tomb Raider games... What?
No, I was saying they. Yeah. The old Tomb Raider games have not aged well.
Right. But the modern Tomb Raider games are, at least after the first one. Because the first one kind of used it for effect. But the second and third one, Rise of and Shadow of the Tomb Raider, are just torture porn.
Oh, sure. No, absolutely. It's like
awful.
Like Ethan Winters in Resident Evil 7 and 8, where they just cannot help themselves but cut off and mutilate his hands the entire game.
It's true.
Look, when you're trying to get rid of black mold, you do anything. It just keeps coming back.
That's true.
I'd say spoiler alert, but Resident Evil Village has been around for a while now.
Wait, what does black mold have to do with Resident Evil?
Nothing.
So,
I really enjoyed 7. Resident Evil 7.
I enjoyed watching 7 and 8. I had no desire to play either of them, but they were a fun watch. They should do that.
I enjoyed that.
They should pay streamers to make
an official playthrough of the game,
an optimized playthrough that they can put up on their own streaming service or on Netflix or whatever. It's like, oh, you want to watch Resident Evil? All right, here's one. It's like the optimized route.
You have to and you'd have to pay for it.
Well, it'd be on the streaming service with a subscription.
Well, sure, but it's you'd have to subscribe. Right, exactly. But it's they get money out of you because you're not going to play the game, but you at least want to give them. You at least want money from the player or person watching for the privilege of experiencing the game.
Oh,
yeah,
right. They did that. HBO did that.
Oh, The Last of Us was pretty good. Is that the joke you were making?
That was the joke I was making, yes.
I didn't know that. I forgot that it was on HBO.
One shared brain cell.
That's one series that I have absolutely no care for whatsoever.
So good.
Eleni really liked...
I had originally intended to play it.
You gonna let me finish my goddamn sentence? Jesus.
Sorry, I didn't hear you talking over the noise of my
Turn down your
jetpack water gun.
Yeah, just mute the game. The audio doesn't mean nothing.
But I was just saying, what was I saying?
So you're not going to let me finish my sentence?
Before Dave interrupted me.
I was talking first. Oh my god.
Go ahead, Dave. I'm sorry.
Eleni really likes Pedro Pascal, and I do as well, because he is a delightful human being, as far as I can tell.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
Right.
She's like, do you want to watch The Last of Us? And I was like, no, I actually want to play the game. Because I've owned the HD remaster on PlayStation 4 since, I want to say 2018, and I never played it. Because it's one of those games I want to play with somebody. And she's like,
right.
Do you want to play the game with me? And I was like, yeah, okay. So we're playing through the game.
Well, why don't you play the new remaster instead of the PS4 remaster?
Isn't the new remaster bad?
I think the PC port was. I don't know if the actual PlayStation.
Oh, right. The
is.
PC port was abysmal for that. Apparently,
because I have the HD remaster on my PlayStation 4 already, and I don't feel the need to spend more money on getting the super good-looking remaster. So that's why.
Oh, I remember what I was going to say. Like the Last of Us is one of those series that I had originally wanted to play, but then just like the relentless advertising of it kind of drove me away from it.
Yeah.
It's sort of like people who didn't want to play Undertale because of all the rabid fans are like, you got to play it, you have to play it, you haven't lived until you played Undertale and blah 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 blah.
Anti-hype.
And it's just like
hype aversion, technically is the term.
Something like that. And I'm just like, man, I have gone from like maybe wanting to play this to not caring about it to kind of hating it.
Yep.
Even though I've never watched it before.
Yeah, it's hype
I'm
aversion.
glad I don't see commercials unless I want to.
I actually had that problem with Bayonetta. Because when Bayonetta came out, I was working at GameStop. And GameStop had a commercial playing literally every 10 minutes. Where it was an actually kind of decent song called Going In For The Kill. But it was only like 15 seconds of that song.
Okay, right.
Showing basically no gameplay. And I was just like, ugh. So I didn't play Bayonetta at all until I saw Space and I did it on the channel. And even then I didn't play it, I just watched it. And I'm like, I missed the boat because this is actually a really good game. But also, those commercials drove me absolutely insane. So...
I mean, I've told this story before too, but that's just me and Adele, my relationship with that. Oh, God, I can't stand her music.
I wouldn't mind having a relationship with Adele.
It's like when I used to work in the bookstore, they would have that on as her, what was it, 21, 19? One of those year album things was out. It was like the brand new album from her. And they had to have it on as like the promo constantly, all day, every day. That one album we had to listen to over and over and over and over again.
Yep.
And man, to this day, like if she comes on the radio, it like legitimately makes me angry.
I swear to God, I'm gonna kill somebody.
She's a good person. She's a good musician, but just like I'm just irrationally angry when I hear her music because of like some Pavlovian conditioning from just constantly hearing it all day.
Yep. I mean, that's it's kind of like semantic satiation almost, where you just you get hit by something so much for so long that you're just like, I cannot stand this anymore.
Right.
So, yeah, I gotcha. I understand. Then what's the thing that you hate because it was overhyped?
I generally try really hard not to do that.
I know you try.
I know there's songs that were like on the radio so much that like I'm just sick of them from like my high school years. But
yeah,
I only listen to like streaming audio now, so I only hear things I want to hear.
Yep.
I know "Crazy on You" by heart is one that drives me insane.
I honestly think that impulse, it does exist in me, but I think it's mostly political in nature these days. Like
I can see that.
Someone will start talking about like a shitty political influencer, and I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to know anything about them.
Upset from hearing about them.
I don't want to like see this sick burn that someone made that just makes their tweets get served even more.
Right. I just want to forget that they exist.
Yeah.
And I am there for it.
Agreed. Also politics.
Well, not really. But...
I'm just the joke.
It's tangentially. Politics. Politics, Jason.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, Jason, sure.
I mean,
Press X to adjacent.
That's one of the things that
Jason.
I really struggle with is if there's something coming out, like a game coming out that I'm really interested in, I don't want like the example that I will always go back to is XCOM Enemy Unknown from 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I literally found out about XCOM 2012 at PAX East that year, or the year before, and it was literally, hey, they're making an XCOM game that's a tactical game. I went over to the booth, I looked at it for 30 seconds, and I said, yep, and I walked away. Everybody was like...
It's like, you have my money, I'll wait for it to come out.
Yeah, everybody was like, wait, I thought you'd be really excited for this. I'm like, I am beyond excited. I am so excited for this game. I don't need them to show me anything about it. They've convinced me. They don't need to advertise to me.
Yeah, once you've made the sale, stop selling.
Exactly. But then people are like, have you seen this new thing that came out for this new thing that you're interested in? I'm like, stop.
They just want to show you things they know you like because they care about you.
It's like everybody pinging DCL about all the stuff that he's into.
Yep.
Oh man, I stopped doing that because everyone was doing it. But that kind of sucks because now I never talk to DCL anymore. So
yeah,
we'll have to get him on the show with you.
He's too popular.
Well, then he's also just not in the... He doesn't really participate in the chat anyway.
He's got
kind
his
of like
stuff going on. Yeah.
He's busy.
And I totally understand that, so I don't bother him about it.
But yeah, it's just like, hey Dave, have you seen this thing? Yes, I've seen this thing. Do you want to talk about it? No, it's not out yet. Let's just go. So, if ever anybody is on in the comments or on the Discord or something like that, and you ask me about a thing, and I say yes and I don't want to talk about it, that's why. It has nothing to do with I don't want to talk to you about it. It's I don't want to talk about it because I'm waiting for it to come out.
Unless your name is Fen.
Unless your name is Fen.
Want to talk.
In which case, I just straight up don't want to talk to that asshole.
He doesn't want to talk. He just wants to bang, bang, bang.
All I do is win, 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 win.
Dave's just like, shut your mouth and get in the kitchen, Fen. Alright, fine.
Hey, we got that entrance pilaster.
Yep. Pilaster. Pilaster.
Enough palaver.
I've laid claim to the second floor because I'm Spider-Man.
Spider-Fen.
I do like the fact that the dirt just kind of stops at an upper range of where you can actually clean.
Yeah, like the roof isn't dirty at all.
He specifically says when they hire you for the job that the roof does not need to be cleaned. It's like, well, that's good. I can't get up there.
There were some very tidy ninjas up there earlier. And then Angelina Jolie was like swinging around in her training room with her pet robot fight.
Did you like the Tomb Raider movies with Angelina Jolie?
Not really.
Look, I was a young teenage boy, and they were campy and dumb and fun.
The movies weren't great, but it's Angelina Jolie.
I
at least loved the first one for sure. The second, I don't really remember particularly.
Do we not have a...
It's kind of like liking the Hitman movies.
Do we not have a ladder?
You need a ladder for me.
Get to the top of the archway.
Those movies are not
great. You're the big climby boy. Get away there!
Oh, climby boy.
Okay,
The pipes are calling.
So, the Hitman movies, definitely not great. Timothy Olyphant in the Hitman movies, pretty fucking good. Timothy Olyphant actually does not get enough credit as an actor, I think.
Yeah.
He did that entire Justified series, and he was actually pretty good at it. And he got overshadowed by the fact that Walton Goggins was in it and just fucking acing every scene he was in.
I don't understand
it's like
how
being in the first Dungeons and Dragons movie and having to act next to
Jeremy
Irons. And you're just like, well, fuck.
You don't have to do good. You just have to be on the same level as Jeremy Irons. Well, fuck.
Jeremy Irons is like up in space at this point. God, I wish he was in the new movie.
Just got to be on the level of Chris Pine.
Even as like some bit part, you know. Like they had Bradley Cooper in there in a shitty little cameo.
Careful with your spoilers, though. So.
I mean, he's in the cast; they know it.
They had Auntie Donna in there.
Yeah,
those guys are just the best. I highly recommend Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun on Netflix. Highly. It's literally my favorite thing on Netflix.
I can't tell if you're being facetious or not.
Look, I love Auntie Donna's Big Ol' House of Fun. It basically is filling the Monty Python-shaped void in my heart.
Right.
Okay. Monty Python. Yep. Controversial opinion. Not a big fan. I don't necessarily get their humor sometimes.
Well, it depends on the skit. Because some of it is really abstract, but then some of it, like, I feel lands a lot better.
Yeah. Like, I like
the like the skit about like the skit like about the parrot. Yeah. I thought that was like a fun skit.
It's a beloved skit.
Skit with
the pet shop?
Yeah, the pet shop, or the one with Mr. Creosote.
Yeah.
Give me a bucket.
Definitely referenced
but
in Monkey Island.
It's wafer thin. Fucking, I love that one so much because it's just so ridiculous.
Yep.
But then they have some just some, like the ones where they're like slapping each other with a fish or whatever.
No love for the physical comedy, huh?
Yeah. I like physical comedy, like the Department of Silly Walks or whatever.
Oh! Yes. The Department of Silly Walks is fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, but maybe it's just British humor. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes I don't get it. But that's true of all humor, so, you know.
Yeah, that's true.
As discussed earlier, I'm trans-British, so makes sense.
Did you ever watch Life of Brian?
I did not.
Wait, was that
Brian?
Was that something I said in here or something I was saying to someone else earlier?
No, it's something you said in here. I don't know if it was recorded, though.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I really, really like British culture.
It is.
You should have gone with me last time I went over to England.
I have half wanted to move to England for a long time.
Well, if you wait long enough, it'll be cheap. Ha ha! Politics.
I'll just go to Canada in all likelihood. Just as much royal slob nobbing.
Canada's Canada's like England light or whatever.
It's like America light. Like, it's America, but less insane.
It's like America fused with England.
Canada is the bastard child of Britain and the U.S.
And also France.
But only that one part of it.
Yeah, we don't talk about that part.
Also, I mean, Louisiana is like America fused with France, so I mean...
Yeah, if somebody...
sort of, because that's like the Acadians?
So the Acadians are in Nova Scotia, actually.
Yeah, but they migrated south into modern Louisiana, way back
and became the Cajun.
Right.
Cajun.
Cajun jambalaya.
But
I do like a good jambalaya.
Tony Chachere's, or however it's pronounced.
It's
Sachere or something like that?
It's actually funny because you can tell, my last name, Boudreau, can either be spelled Boudreau or with an X at the end.
Right.
If it's spelled with an X at the end, it's Cajun.
That sounds about right, from what little I know of how they spell things.
Okay, Mr. Boudrox.
No. Absolutely not. That's actually one of my pet peeves is there's a lot of French last names in the area where I live because a lot of people moved, many years ago from Canada or whatever.
Mm.
But they Anglicized I don't know what the word is. They
Anglicized
their last names. So instead of Desjardins, it's Desjardins, and I'm like, no.
It's like still spelled the same.
Yeah, it's still spelled the same.
They just don't pronounce it.
And it's just like, yeah, I'm Robert Desjardins, and I'm like, no, you're not, Robert.
You fucker.
You're actually Robert.
Robet.
But it's just like I see names like that, and I'm like, oh, that's an interesting little French name. I wonder what the history is. And then they come in, and I'm like, you're not French at all. Deceiver.
Y'all got any of them quesadillas in the cafeteria?
I'm sorry, quesadillas.
I personally prefer some fajitas.
I've been calling them cheesy dillers for a while now. Like that's my intentionally wrong way to say quesadilla.
Your gringo pronunciation.
Yeah, you guys want to get some like cheesy dillas?
Only if I can get some Tejos. Nothing.
Tacos.
Those would go great with some guacamole.
Guacamole. And some burritos.
Oh, is that like the arcade game? The little like thing and the guys that come out?
Yeah, but with
that's how
with fruit.
Dude, you should make one of those, a whack-a-mole, except you're like hitting avocados with a mallet and call it guacamole.
I feel like there is an indie mobile game from 10 years ago in this concept.
Oh, but I mean like a physical arcade game.
Yeah, I get that too, but arcades are basically dead, unfortunately.
There's one near me. We have the largest outdoor wooden raised go-kart track in America.
That's an overly
There's one
narrow
near Dave,
superlative.
too. I still have the cup I got there.
Not near me, but yeah, within a couple. Within
It's
an hour
right
and a
next.
half.
It's right next. He lives next door to it.
I'm actually going there for my 40th birthday. You want to come?
Yeah, probably, but also I apparently have a lot of trips coming up now, so I don't know.
It's short notice anyway.
I've got family get-togethers.
Fun.
You gotta love those.
Gotta get all the alcohol. Give it to me. Inject it into my blood.
Yeah, we finally got to open my expensive whiskey the other day.
How was it?
That was great.
What was it called?
Balvenie, 21-year-old.
Ooh.
Well aged.
Yeah, that's it's not barely legal. It's well aged.
Yes. Just the way James Bond likes them.
Well,
James Bond drinks a
James
weak-ass
Bond
drink.
is kind of a sex predator, so
Yeah, but I
of?
mean, he's not a pedophile, though.
you don't know that.
Is that the standard now? Is that what we're saying is okay?
Look,
You can be a sex predator as long as you're not a pedophile.
Well, like that's the line for. Oh, never mind. Nope.
that's apparently, I mean, not the, just pause, man. I mean, it's like, that's kind of the line we're at this point. You can do whatever you want so long as you're not fucking children.
Politics. Again.
Jim, what was our time?
No, we already broke the time on this one.
Well, that was, like, the previous one was, like, just pseudo-politics.
Yeah, this is like a 3-episode long house, if we're honest.
I mean, sure. Jim, break this up as appropriate.
Don't do it, Jim. Don't break it up. It's been together its whole life.
Hell, you know what? Next time on Character Select, we'll continue cleaning this house. It's only halfway cleaned. We still got that whole fountain to deal with. But thank you very much for watching. Make sure to click that like button down below if you liked it. And I'd like to see if we can go one episode without hitting politics.
In before, just immediately break that.
Hey, Dave.
Yeah, I know, Fen.
What do you have to say about this over here before you end the episode? Yeah, you gotta come see this.
Aww. Aw, I hurt you too, buddy.
There we go.
And then he washes it away, erasing the sentiment.
I even did it with the swirly bit.
It's like, you heart me? Well, fuck you. We got a job to do.